Hi everyone, it's great to be with you again on this Saturday morning, and we're going to spend just a few minutes praying for the persecuted church. And this morning we're going to be praying for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a country with a population of about 21 million people. If your geography is good, you'll know that Sri Lanka is a small island located just south of India, near the equator. And in terms of its economy, Sri Lanka relies heavily on the production of rice, on the exportation of tea, and on tourism. Now, the main religion in Sri Lanka is Buddhism, but there are also Hindus and Christians and Muslims as well in Sri Lanka. And many of the Christians in Sri Lanka have experienced persecution in recent years. Sri Lanka is currently number 30 on the Open Doors World Watch List. So this morning, I would encourage you to watch this video that we're about to see, and then just to spend a few minutes praying for the church in Sri Lanka. And at the end of the video, you'll see some prayer points which Open Doors will raise. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.
My name is Dala, and I'm a field writer and photographer for Open Doors. As part of a small response team, I was allowed to visit some of the families affected by the Easter bombings, mostly from Zion Church in Batticaloa, eastern Sri Lanka, where 31 people passed away, including 14 children. The visits were gut-wrenching. There were mothers and fathers with faces buried in their hands, grieving the loss of their precious children. Church buildings in complete ruins, with rooms blackened by fire, and wall panels punctuated by shrapnel and flying debris. But this isn't a story of destruction, no. This is a story of what God rebuilds. In my visits to the homes of the families affected by the attack, I found that even if the thief tries to kill, steal, and destroy, God's hand protects, provides, and restores. Calvia lost her brother, sister-in-law, and nephew in the Easter attack. When her small team visited Calvia's home for the first time, 5 months after the attack, it smelled like freshly baked bread. Their family runs a bakery right next to their house, and her brother Jacintan played a big part in it. Being the eldest son in Tamil culture meant that he's responsible for the family's livelihood. Now that he's gone, the bakery's just not the same. Calvia says their mom cries every day since the bomb blast happened. To support Calvia and her family as they move forward from the attack, Open Doors provided them with additional trays for the bakery. It's a small help, but in our most recent visit, Calvia and her father tells us that it made a big difference. Those days, we used the same trays for making bread as well as buns, they said. For one thing to be completed, we had to use the same tray. Now that OD has helped us buy new trays, we can simultaneously do almost everything. It helps us bake more bread. It saves us time, and we can serve the customers' orders quickly. Brother Kamnaniraja makes savory snacks called muruku and distributes them to shops mostly owned by Muslims for them to resell. Because the bomb attack was carried out by an Islamic extremist, the people from his community started boycotting Muslim businesses, eventually forcing them to close shop. As a result, Kamnaniraja lost 1.4 million rupees, or about $7,700. He lost his capital and had no more money left to buy the ingredients needed to continue making his snacks. He was desperate. But even though someone had offered to give him money with the condition that he stops going to church and instead goes to a Hindu temple, he refused to give in. Kamnaniraja chose to hold on to his faith and asked Zion Church senior pastor, Pastor Rashan, for help. That same day, Pastor Rashan connected Kamnaniraja to Open Doors. We provided $660, which he used to buy the flour and spices he needed to restart his business. He was also able to hire 3 churchmates who also lost their jobs because of the boycott. He says, "Without you, I wouldn't have been able to start this business again. Now I can provide for my family." Brother Prasant is a daily wage laborer who lost his wife, Girija, in the bomb attack. He is left to parent 4 children between the ages of 3 to 16. Since the blast, our team has been able to come and visit his family 3 times. Before the attack, Prashant refused to go to church. His wife, Girija, however, did not give up on him. She read the Bible to him each night and invited him to church every week. Now that Girija is gone, Prashant's daughter, Dukashini, reads the Bible to him every night. He has also since come to Christ, a fulfillment of his wife's last wish. Your support and prayers have enabled Open Doors to provide Prashant with a tuk-tuk, a small 3-wheeled taxi. This would give him a way to provide for his family, while also allowing him a flexible work schedule so that he can spend time with his children. Kalvia, Kamneniraja, and Prashant have lost many things, but not their hope in Christ. With their lives, I remember 2 Corinthians 4:8. They are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair. Thank you for supporting them, and please keep praying for them. Thank you.
Please keep praying for all the families of Zion Church, as well as the other targets of the Easter bombings in 2019. Pray that they would know God's comfort, peace, and hope in the face of their loss and bereavement. Thank God for the help that Open Doors has given to Kalvia, Kamnanaraja, and Prashanth, and please pray for God's hand of blessing on each of their small businesses. Pray that the church in Sri Lanka will shine brightly in the darkness, so that many more from the Buddhist, Hindu, and Muslim communities will come to see who Jesus is.